Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know.
Hello everybody, I don't know what that sound going on in the background is. Something's happening in our parking lot, it's weird. So today we have episode 7 of the first arc, The Fated. We are still in the Sanguine Sands attempting to try to find out what's going on here. We have one late person, but they will be here apparently. It's 7, but I wrote the game as 8 on accident, I think. Is it 7 or 8, everybody? It is 8, apparently. I was right, and then wrong, and then wrong again.
It happens.
So, today, before we get started, everybody, thank you for showing up. Tuesday game. We still are doing the Fated art glow up. If you want that, it's $200. If somebody gets one more of them, we will put one up for raffle. So okay, I was like, can't hear it. It's like, oh, the outside noise. All right, excellent. All right, so we are in the Sanguine Sands. I will introduce our players, and then we will get right into the game. Okay. All right, so our first player is we have Arthur, played by Will.
Ahoy hoy.
We have Cass, played by Cowboy.
Howdy, everyone.
And we have Vidra, played by Fee.
Hola.
Alright, you three. We are in the Sanguine Sands. Now, each of us have our own amount of information. Across the sands, criminal activity has been on the rise. And by criminal activity, I mean people that we know have been doing some shady dealings in the past. Some black market salesmen, some ne'er-do-wells, some, drug, air quotes, sellers from Haven have been spotted throughout the Sanguine Sands as a once, not peaceful is a strong word, but once overlooked part of the Echo has become a thriving mecca for treasure hunters. From every triangle across the Echo, they come. They're here from folk song as adventurers groups that think they can hit it big by finding these ancient artifacts. We have people from Bone Meal that know the desert, so they, of course, we know how sand works. We're going to come down here and we're going to find our own treasure, stake our own claim. And even a little bit worrisome, Arthur and Vidra, is you have seen some folks that you have been tied to on a, a little bit off, but here they are. Like, they have made their way down here. The sharp-dressed men who used to be, part of Krieg's crew, which have broken off entirely and become their own thing. Oh. Like, down here, as quick rundown for you all, things your characters would know that, if you haven't made it to games, you wouldn't. There are, under the Sanguine Sands, ancient artifacts. Very powerful, very useful. Some of them magic, some of them just, like, useful for their own just reasons, like mechanical. From a culture that means nothing to you. Absolutely nothing. You can't read the language. And like, when you look at it, it rings as unimportant. This actually is what caught Vidra and Arthur's attention. The fact that it reads as unimportant means that it must be somehow important. The crew has gathered up under the Lockstitch umbrella. For first and foremost, your job is to locate any information you can about the goings-on. Like, does anybody have any idea why the Oasis has gone missing? And, like, if they have any information as to the location of the Oasis. Has anybody seen these Tears of Fate? Does anybody have any clues as who's responsible for the missing Tears of Fate? That is the mission handed down to you by Administrator Wicklaw, with the understanding that you will each have your own missions to look into as well. So, around the map, you can see many of these tent cities. You got one down here, you got one up here, you got one up here, and then there's the node. We can go to the node if we want to, absolutely. Don't worry about this one. We know the people that are here, and they're going to be no help to you right now. This is there's a Naga named Vorish that's there. Absolutely loves Katori. Katori's best friend. They're excavating a bunch of stuff there that seems to have to do with the ancient culture, but they're already taking care of it. And Katori will fill you in with all that information. We also have Maverick here, played by Ez.
Yeah, no, I'm right here. I didn't oversleep. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Everything is great. Yeah, no, I read the briefing on the way here. Let's get the show on the road.
Excellent. So, we have 3 small villages to hit that have popped up since the treasure hunting fervor has taken over the Sanguine Sands. You have a little bit of clues about each of them. I will tell you them right now. This one to the northeast of the Sanguine Sands has been collecting money. Any ancient currency found, they want it, and they have been buying it at the best prices. Like, money changers galore. To the northwest has been sightings of a refinery. Somebody is smelting down things. Like, they are collecting any null metal. Any metal found in any of these places have been smelted down by them. They are also paying top dollar for it. To the south, that is where our friends of the Cottage Corps have set up. They've set up a pretty industrious business. It's the biggest of the camps, though they are not selling anything right now. And they are pretty cagey if anybody asks what's going on. And then there's the Node. The Node is led by a man named Marzaban. He is a Naga. Him. He has a very powerful daughter. Don't worry about her. I mean, unless you do. He recently made a trade with the Sea Devils crew. He made a bet with them, and he is sore and looking for somebody to find a lost artifact for him. He is offering a lot of money.
So the thing that's there's two things that actually seem mysterious enough to actually start digging into. The people in the south, the cottagecore folks, that just reads real suspicious to me. Like, they don't seem to have any discernible motive for being here. We don't know what they're trying to find. We don't know what they're trying to sell and what they're trying to capitalize on. There's something suspicious there. I'm curious what their angle is. So I'm thinking, what do you say that we start with the cottagecore folks in the south?
What was the second one that was getting to you?
The Node is the second one. But first choice, yeah, I think I vote for the South. What do you folks think?
But first, food?
Well,
Oh,
I
if you
mean,
want food, the Node is amazing, Vidra. I need to make this clear. The Node is a collection of people from all over the Echo, where the word fusion is how I explain the entire menu. Everybody eats things mixed with other things.
What's the food card sitch?
Ah, it's everywhere because it's a tent city. The Node, Vidra. Let me walk us down the Node. Has tents that have been there for decades. And then they have structures built underneath the tents to still keep pretending that they are just living in a tent. The leader Marzaban, wonderful guy. His castle is just a giant tent, but if you look, you realize that tent is not made of fabric. It is just made to look like it is fabric. They serve some of the best popo nuts that are cooked in spices of ghost peppers that are from Sonnery. Ridiculous. Nobody else is out here cooking with Sonnery ghost peppers and popo nuts at the same time. It's amazing.
Vidra's just drooling over the possibility.
I mean, we could check out the small town, the provincial village or something like that, or we could get like something like chicken and waffles, or oh god, I could really go for pho right now. He seems to nurse a headache and rubs his head.
They got a saloon over there by any chance?
They have so many saloons at the Node.
I
I'm
think
on the
everyone's
lookout
voting for the Node. So
We might have to go to the Node. I don't know. First round's on me, you know. Just saying.
If anyone sees any pickled herring, let me know.
well, we'll probably pick up a lead that way anyway. So yeah, I think I can get on board with the Node trip.
Just first, we can go anywhere else after we can eat.
Exactly. We'll keep our ears to the ground, so to speak, and see if there's any chatter that leads us in interesting directions.
Yeah.
Yay!
Plus Maverick don't seem too good over there.
I am
so
doing
sorry. I'm gonna be
absolutely
AFK for
fine,
just
and
a
I
second.
really
You
don't
guys,
like
Please talk amongst yourself.
really am completely fine. And I was actually in the middle of a very, very important other meeting with some other important folks. Then that's why it was late.
I mean, the bags under your eyes don't really help your case there, but all right.
So, boss, what are you in the mood for?
Well, let's wander the node and see what strikes our fancy. Figure there's got to be any number of delectable options out here that we could try and see what we find, and we'll just listen, ask questions, see what people know.
Want me to keep my my video recorder going?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I don't know about you, but I feel like every time that we've gone to go have food lately, we wind up kind of getting distracted.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. All I can remember is like slug noodle soup or something like that.
Oh, you loved that. I wonder if they have an
Yeah.
outlet here.
I wouldn't worry about that. This is a group of laser focused professionals. We are gonna be on target, on task. We're gonna crush it.
Whatever you say.
But like just after like something hits my stomach and maybe a little hair of the dog or another. Yeah.
Another
You're gonna
important business meeting.
you're gonna eat dog hair?
I have so many lined up. There's the I'll have you know we're going to be meeting with the Guggenschmerzes of the Schmerdingles, and they're very important.
Uh-huh.
Vidra's gonna just tug on the side of Arthur's shirt and just like have him lean down and say, this should we avoid whatever he's having?
Yeah, I think that's probably wise.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me you guys. You were going to the node, right? That's
Yep.
what we decided on. All right. So here's the node. From the outside, it is a massive tent city. It is super full of people. It is It's crazy how many people are in it. We have been here before, and the reports would have said that would have warned you about the further on the perimeter you are, the more touristy you are. They are trying to sell you parasols. They are trying to sell you things to keep you out of the sun. They are trying to sell you knickknacks. And, like, I came to the Sanguine Sands and all as I got was dead t-shirts. It's a popular thing to be buried in. But that's what they saw 2 weeks ago. Fast forward to today, where there are so many vendors of authentic historical finds, they say. There are daggers that look masterwork quality. There are Iron Maidens like on display that look cool as hell, but it's just like, oh man, if only they had any historical value. They don't. They have no historical value.
Okay, hang on a sec. I will not hear any slander of Bruce Dickinson and the gang, all right? They do have historical value. They're one of the most important bands in heavy metal history, and they are also the progenitors of what I like to refer to as book report metal, because if you didn't read The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, you can just listen to the heavy metal song and you generally have everything you need to know to write a paper about it.
You're right. Sabaton owes everything that they do to Iron Maiden.
Sabaton wishes they were Iron Maiden.
Sabaton, I mean, of course they do. Well, I mean, Iron Maiden
Everybody.
they never sang about the Night Witches, so there's a point in Sabaton's favor.
Iron Maiden is just way cooler. Sorry, Iron Maiden is just super important. I'm not gonna take any slander on that. That's a personal thing.
This is gonna be super off topic, but I had a friend that only wore an Iron Maiden t-shirt for the entire time that I knew him. I've known this man for over 20 years.
The same
Was it the
T-shirt.
same
That's
Iron Maiden
commitment.
It's
t-shirt?
the same Iron Maiden t-shirt. One of my friends got tired of seeing him wearing it because it had so many holes that he ripped that shirt off of him and then gave him a new version of the same shirt. I thought it was a terribly rude thing for them to do in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean,
You hear
Really,
me,
here's-
Chris and
here's-
Ron? I'm talking about you two.
well, and here's the problem with that, right? So obviously you're like, oh hey, maybe do some laundry and all that, but in destroying the first T-shirt, all it did was just means that it's a new thing that's only going to be worn the once, right? Just destroyed the. We want to introduce people to doing laundry, so maybe a collection of Iron Maiden T-shirts is the way to go. So that way you can have a different
feel
one
like-
each day.
I feel like that would have been made the most sense, and like I'm gonna end this conversation about this guy, because I love this man. He is the first person that I've ever known that just decided to buy socks instead of washing them. He, as far as I know, doesn't wash socks. He just wears a fresh pair every day. He throws the rest away.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
That was his decision that he made. He hated dirty socks so much that he decided. Yeah, so who knows now? But I lived with him for years where he never wore the same pair of socks twice.
I mean, like, how cheap were the socks that he was buying?
Walmart.
Eh.
No shit, he bought Dickie socks because he really liked the way that Dickie socks felt.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I-
I'm sorry.
I am-
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm
yeah,
sorry for this
I-
interruption.
That is
Oh.
just baffling.
That's
Great guy, I loved him. I saw him jump
Never
out a
my
window
soul.
multiple times.
Forcibly
unhinged.
steer the ship back to plot.
Whose call is this? This is off the rails.
Right, somebody in the somebody in the fucking merchant thing is like, socks! Get your socks! Fresh pair of socks every day!
What a waste of money. Vidra's over here not wearing shoes or socks.
Oh, okay. If you are barefoot in these sands, Vidra, here's some information about the sand that you might not have. Alright. Okay. So it feels wet. Even though it feels warm. Like, you guys are in a desert, it is hot in this desert. The sun beams down mostly red, and that is probably a byproduct of the sunlight hitting the sand and bouncing off of it, so everything has a red haze in this area. The sunlight itself doesn't change color. But this sand is not sand. You can tell that, Vidra. You've spent enough time in sand to know what it feels like. This is bone. You've received reports that it might be, but you are concretely convinced that the sand is blood and bones ground down. It feels like walking on the corpse a little bit.
Are there not any roads or any things that are like not sand?
Roads are impossible to make in the Sanguine Sands, as if you try to make them, they get covered up in moments.
Ah,
Tracks are impossible to follow in the Sanguine Sands.
so no one put down a little plywood.
I think, most of the interior of tents is incredibly carpeted.
Got it.
And if you guys are going to, I'm sorry, it was the Glamerstons, Maverick? Who are we going to visit?
The Dinkle dwarfs.
The The Dingledorfs, of course.
The Guggenheimers.
The Dingledorf Guggenheimers. As you approach their pub, it's like you smell medicinal. Might be the best word for me to use, but know that I'm winking so hard that it hurts. Smells coming from it as you
Kind of
walk-
skunky.
kind of skunky, a little bit centipede-y, if I had to say. Cass.
All right.
As you walk in, there are pillows set all over the room. Each of these urns is actually a hookah. And as you walk in, there is a Naga with 2 different hookah in their mouth at the same time, just breathing smoke out of their nose, filling this place. No other customers.
I have the same look on my face that my cat has if there's somebody with a vape pen, which is to say, like, kind of perturbed.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. You all walk through the curtain, and Dinseldorf. This is Denzel Dinseldorf. Denzel looks over. He's like, Maverick.
Oh, Denzel. Hi.
It's been some time. They let you leave the city.
You know, I actually, it was good behavior. They gave me the key to the city, actually, the mayor did.
Did they now? I've heard that they've been in a bit of an uproar lately. Something about bureaucratic, a lot of contract problems. I'm glad you got out.
Yeah, you know, they
before
really don't, it's a labor dispute. They really don't respect their door inspectors in that city.
Vidra has this, like, incredulous look on their face. Just going, like, I don't know if I trust this person.
He looks over at Vidra, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what? I did not know that one of the Holts were here." And he begins pulls out one of the fans and starts blowing it away, out of the air, out the door. He's like, "I'm terribly sorry. If I had known, if Maverick had told me the guests that he was going to be bringing with him, I would have made accommodations." Fan. What are we smoking? What are we drinking?
Do you have seawater?
I do. I have seawater, and I have alkali seawater. Are you salty or not?
Nah, no salt this time. It's a little bit warm today.
Did the people from Bone Mill finally bring over moonshine?
It's like, oh, we have moonshine. We have an amazing selection. We have XXX and we have XXXX.
You have 5X?
We only have the 4X currently. It's just they're being a little stubborn with exporting the strong stuff.
Yeah, they typically tend to do
Maverick,
that. I'll take the.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'll take the 4X.
Pours you a glass.
Oh, there, Cham. Are you sure you can handle the 4X there? I mean, that's really gonna put some hair on your chest, and I doubt you have any.
Okay. Cash just downs the whole thing right in front of him. And just asks for another one. Can I get another one by any
Okay,
chance?
tough stuff. Wow, big badass over here.
No, I mean, I'll keep going if you want me to. This is pretty good stuff.
we have a new drink, locally sourced. Well, Haven sourced. Have you heard of Taterade?
You mean vodka?
See, you would think that, but they called it Taterade, and then we ferment it even further. Some say it's stronger than the 5X.
See, now I'm liking this one. I'm liking this
I
one.
do
I
have-
think I.
Slides across a waiver. I do have to warn you, legally speaking, bureaucratically speaking, that we're not allowed to sell the Taterade alcohol without you signing this. You haven't consumed Null within the last 5 days?
Not that I know of.
If you have a Null pill in your stomach at current, this might kill you. I do need to warn you about that.
Ugh, I don't take that stuff. I just shoot it. I will, Am I allowed to read through this real quick by any chance, or is that,
Oh, if you die within the next 30 days after drinking this, it's not his fault. That is the gist of it.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, Cass just quickly signs it real quick. Yeah, I'll take the Taterade.
And it's a 2. It's just glowing orange.
Hold up. Let's talk about that contract language there. That's really suspicious. If you die within the next 30 days, it's not his fault. Is that blanket?
It is, in fact, blanket.
That means he could literally murder you, and by the terms of this contract, it's not his fault.
You know what it is, and it is really terrible, and I've been just holding my tongue on it, but it's the litigious nature of everybody nowadays that is ruining the fabric of Echo. So I am all for it. Every person for himself.
Not
So
exactly. I'm not exactly too worried. There's a lot of people out there that want to kill me. So add another.
If this guy, the snake person, decides to constrict you
Denzel.
in your sleep in the next 30 days, right? It's not his fault.
Couple things about this snake person. Denzel is not what we have lovingly begun to call uwu nagas. This person is a naga-ass naga. They are from folk song. They are not from the Sanguine Sands. They do not have arms, so when they are pouring you drinks, it is with their tail. And so they point at themselves with their tail. Me? Strangle you in your sleep? I would never.
But if you did, would it be your fault based on that contract?
If I did it, of course, semantics, potato, murder responsible for your death. What's the difference? It's a good
What are
drink.
you, a bureaumancer? Just sign the contract.
Yeah, what are you, a bureaumancer, cowboy hat?
Nerd.
Sounds like you're doing an awful lot of reading, very little drinking on this one.
Saying
My
nerd
question
like
is,
it's a
why-
bad thing.
Maverick
You see,
grabs another coffee and signs it while he's just like, come on, yeah, he's like, sometimes you gotta make some trades here, now give me that good shit.
Now I'm starting to be a little suspicious about things. Hold on now, because you're really pushing this contract on me. Most people who kind of want people to sign contracts kind of start to push. So my question is, why are we pushing this when it's just alcohol?
Well, there's not a lot of people buying it, you see. We've got a lot of business down here from up in Dactylor. Dactylor people don't tend to enjoy drinking magic. Maverick here is an experienced drinker and an adventurous drinker. I thought you, being from what I'm gonna say bone meal based on your attire, looks at your cowboy hat, looks you up and down. It's just I'm gonna guess that you've been a drinker a time or two in your life as well. I didn't think a little piece of paper would stand in the way of you enjoying the drink of your life, but if it is, it is.
You see, that's not the thrill of it for me. Drinking's not the thrill of it. That's just that kind of just relaxes me. the thrill is in the guns that I use.
Like,
But
yes, guns, bang, bang, pew, pew. I've been all over the Echo. I've seen all manner of different ways people kill people. Drunkenly falling asleep in your bed, getting your throat slit. It's common. It happens.
well, sorry, Maverick. I don't think I'm gonna join you on this one. The contract seems a little too steep for the liquor that I'm consuming. I think I'll just stick with 4X for now. But thank you for your offer.
Whatever. And he like leans into Cass, and he's just like, I'm just gonna have Isaac look at it later. I'm sure there's some problem here, and we'll just nullify the whole thing.
Maverick,
As
you
Cass-
have the contract.
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying Maverick has the contract as well. Like, I think there's like, once you sign it, it has that tear off thing where you get a copy of it underneath.
Uh-huh.
The pink
Yeah.
copy.
Carbon
Those
copy.
The yellow copy goes to the store.
So that
The what-
goes in my drawer. Ching! Opens up. You like as the register opens, you see tons of different kinds of coinage and closes it back up. We spent a long time on that part of the game. On that part of the drink. What about you two? Can I get you anything? Oh, wait, no. Vidra has seawater.
Yes.
Maverick has alcoholic Gatorade. Cass has 4X. Arthur, are you drinking?
You know, I'm not sure I trust the libations at this establishment. So, nothing for me. I'm good. I'm driving.
Denzel looks over at you. It's like, all right. Don't trust the sober. But you know, that to each their own.
Look, I got to maintain my cab driver's medallion, so
Oh, of course. Nod, nod, nod.
yeah, right? You know, I got to drive these guys around, so while I would love to, I got a service to maintain.
And surprise inspections are a thing.
They are.
Does the reach of those folks from evil like reach out everywhere at this point?
That's
It's-
kind of the nature of evil, It sends its tendrils everywhere.
I remember when they were contained. But
I think you just thought they were contained.
how can I help you? What brings you here? Oh, he took a big ass cloudy puff, by the way.
So, tell me, what do you know about the Oasis?
It's like you see them very quickly, like their tail slides across the room, shutting all of the curtains. When the curtains close, you feel it. Like it's not just that the place becomes stuffy, is that you can feel an enchantment going off, so you are no longer listened to. Maverick, can you give me 2d20?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Oh, yeah, okay, absolutely. Maverick, when you drink your drink, you feel alive. Like fully. You feel like you're floating around your body. You feel like you know exactly when anybody in this room might be lying to you. And the words to get them to speak the truth.
And if a certain somebody was nursing, like, say, a hangover, how would they feel?
Oh, like you just felt your first the first cup of coffee start to hit, so you're starting to feel like awake, but still like cloudy behind a headache, but you know you can get these answers.
Okay.
And they look back and forth like, all right. So you're the Lockstitch. Okay, I heard you all, like I knew you were all coming. So do you have payment for such information?
What type of
It's
payment you talking about?
as at current, I would take coin or promises.
Promises of what?
I have some business members that have been pressuring me to get out of my current position. And I would like some reassurances that I don't have to worry.
Who are these businessmen?
I have people crowding in. One of these groups is known as the Sharp-Dressed Men. They're moving in, attempting to get my clientele.
Not them again.
Is it the top coats? Is it the top hats? Or is it the wallets that are fat that are causing problems?
It's truly the whole thing. It's just like every time they show up, it's like all of the ladies look at them because you've heard the rumors.
Yeah, they come
Well,
and
yeah,
run just as
everyone's
fast as they
crazy.
can. Yeah.
They're trying to price me out. Rumors have it that they're starting up another like small city at the north of the Sanguine Sands. Currently, Marzaban, like you all would know the name. Marzaban is the merchant lord of the node, has been preoccupied and is unable to send his forces to destroy these people. Look, get them out of the way. They're cutting off trade, you see. If you can... I don't need proof, I trust you. And looking very strongly at Maverick for a moment. It's like, I trust you to get a job done. Rid the Sanguine Sands of these people. Promise me. Sliding a piece of paper across that has a contract that you must remove the sharp-dressed men from the Sanguine Sands. Like, and I will give you all of the information I have on the Oasis. When he says Oasis, it is like also above him, above his head.
Vidra just kind of tugs on Arthur's shirt and just, you see that?
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Do that again. I want a photo.
Oh, of course. The
So
Oasis.
cool. So cool.
It's like holds up a little thing at the end of his tail. It looks like a glowing teal rod, about the size of a charcoal pencil. He's just like, yeah. Have you been to Nefraka? They sell these if you have the proper paperwork. Denzel is a Beeromancer himself. I think we have made that clear.
It's a party trick.
It's a party trick. It's just styluses can be purchased if you go through per diem. Don't worry about per diem right now. That doesn't. So don't worry. Nobody's gonna have to worry about them for long. Snide
Okay, but
laugh,
now-
snide laugh, snide laugh.
You do know that now I need to worry about them. You need to tell me more because that is too mysterious.
He's like, okay. But as long as like he adds it to the one upon removing the sharp dressed men from the Sanguine Sands, you will be elucidated? No, like be well informed on the movements of per diem.
Oh, so you're a gossip monger.
I prefer information. I'm an information broker.
Tomato, tomato.
Potato, potato. All right. Well, I think we can help with your sharp dressed man problem. They're a persistent thorn in our side as well, so we have a mutual enemy there. So if we were to investigate them and see about finding a way to shut down some of their operations and give you a little bit of breathing room, what would you be able to tell us?
Oh, I would give you any of the information that I would give you all information up to tier 2 Beeromantic, like capacities, understanding. It's just like I could give you what I know, what I've heard offhand. I could also throw in a decent amount of hearsay and speculation.
And be clear that it's hearsay and speculation.
I would have to be clear that it is hearsay and speculation, but I will, because you're such harsh negotiators, tell you that it is from a reliable source. Big wink. He says big wink at the same time that he does a big wink.
Is that because he can't move his eyelids independently?
Oh shit, does he just close both eyes and says big wink? Of course.
Yeah.
That is what he... Yes.
Oh.
Maniacal
Snakes and
laugh.
wink.
Look, he's trying.
One thing I'd like to add, if I could myself. I need some information about the Bane of Bone Mill, if you have any.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The Bane of Bone Mill. Cass's dad.
He raises his tail and just like shakes it. I know nothing of Bone Mill. I am a folk song. Naga, which I get confused with many of the Nagas in this area. It's just like we're not all from the sand, and we don't all ooh.
My apologies.
It's common mistake. Common mistake.
Could you point us in the direction of somebody that would have this information?
Oh, about the Bane, about Bone Mill. Now I would assume that some of them, they look up. I did see somebody recently that looked the part of one of your fellows. Looking at Cass, she was going on a meeting to Marziban, like full courtier. What's the word I'm looking for? Courtier? What's the word?
Courtier?
like a whole group of people.
Coterie.
Oh,
Coterie.
Coterie.
Coder.
Coterie. A large coterie. Like, looked the part of somebody from Bone Hill, but not dressed for it, though. She was dressed as one of those from the Folded City.
Huh.
I could
And you
include this
said-
information into the contract.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
Maverick, thus far, no lies, but an amount of deception. Not. It's just like there is more, but they do not want to tell it. Style.
Oh, we'll get it out of him.
I missed whatever you just said. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said we will get it out of him if we need to get it out of him.
So they slide the paperwork over to you. It's just like simple signatures will do, and like sign and pen.
we should do a more thorough look at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Maverick has
read this
already
contract.
signed it as soon as you say that.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna.
So yeah, I'm gonna also examine the contract to see what the exact terms are before I sign anything with this guy.
Cass is just waiting for the other two to read over. So
I think Vidra and Arthur are both kind of like sitting there, like Arthur's looking over Vidra's shoulder, and Vidra's kind of mouthing the words.
This, as far as contracts go, is on the up and up. It is he will give you as much information up to whatever class 2 information means, and he will tell you all of the hearsay that he has heard about the Oasis. Anything pertaining to the Oasis, you may ask him questions on, and he will answer truthfully. This contract will guarantee the truthfulness of it. It does not protect against holding back some of the truth. Embarrassing memories may not be tamped, and also, you cannot make him relive anything embarrassing. He will not tell you anything embarrassing about his own life.
All right, and then our obligations.
Your obligations are
Specifically?
to remove the within the next 30 days. If we get the sharply dressed men, or those who identify themselves as the sharply dressed men, and their camp removed from the Sanguine Sands, then it will be complete. Failure to complete this thing will tie you into a secondary obligation. The secondary obligation is yet to be determined mission brought onto you by Denzel. That is an open-ended thing. Will not include murder or anything that goes against your spirit, but might require you to do more work than you would for free.
You know what? It's bad enough that we've already got Maverick over here already bound by this contract, which I will assist. And he'll also get the benefit of it. So technically, actually, me signing this contract, there is zero gain for it. We've already got ourselves a proxy. And this also at least leaves the rest of us free to act as we need to. I mean, if we've got one person who recklessly signs, we don't need to sign the rest of us don't actually need to sign it.
Vidra hops
no.
off
Sorry, I think
the stool.
I think you mispronounced shrewdly.
Vidra just hops off the stool without signing it.
You guys all leave the room.
Yeah, I'll help out, but I don't like being put on the clock like that. And then, if we're not able to get these guys rousted in 30 days, then Maverick's got to do a job, but we don't.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You two just step to the side.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't like being bound like that. It just is not for me.
Hilariously, I didn't know it was ever gonna come up, like Ivilian or whatever. The people from Evil are known as Wenyers. That is just a joke from me. But you know.
Are you gonna explain the joke from you?
I guess I can. Have you ever heard the Voltaire song, "Evil"?
No.
Yes.
Hey, you should go, like it gets so lonely when you're evil. Like and it goes on and on about when you're evil.
Gotcha.
Well, like originally, forever ago, before I knew you guys were gonna be from Evil, it is a when you're thing.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
It's just a real dumb joke that was in my notes from forever ago.
I like
Like
dumb
the
jokes.
best jokes. Like the best jokes. It had to be explained.
Had to be explained. That is just very specifically just nobody listens to all the same music I do, and I do not blame them. All right. So Cass, are you signing this here contract, or are you gonna join Arthur and Vidra?
I do have one question for you. So I don't sign this contract, that would disqualify me from getting the information about the band, or well, about the person that possibly knows the band.
It would
Or
disqualifies you from receiving the information from me, as like they already look like happy with the fact that Maverick has signed it.
but Maverick could tell me.
They look around and say, I could neither confirm or deny that somebody else may give you the information after I have given them the information. Note that
Good
they
enough
may
for me. I'm
lie
not
to
signing
you.
it. Good enough for me. I'm not signing it.
All right, Maverick. Like, you see, Denzel take a giant puff and like blow out smoke that becomes a wall between you all. Ask away. You all cannot hear the conversation that is going on in the other side of this.
So, what do we know about Oasis? What's the juicy detail?
Absolutely. What
Latest
I know about
fashion trends? Who's boning who? We like. I need all the deets.
oh, okay. It's like he slouches down. Let me get started. Firstly, the order, like everybody thinks there's some like high and mighty calling situation keeping the Sanguine Sands safe. Really, they're little more than dictators themselves. From what I've heard.
Oh, real quick, before it gets too much further, could I have kind of slipped a recording device into Maverick's pocket?
Yeah, absolutely. What we got here, Vidra? What are your tags? We have Tinkerer and Manipulator. I think both of those work if you want to give me 3d20.
All right, give me a second.
With an 11, because we got the not F in chat, we got the opposite. We got the got it in one. Everything you do is gonna count as the next level up. So an 11 is a limited success, but it makes it the 14, which makes it a full success. Like, does Maverick know that he has a listening device on him?
I
mean,
don't know.
I just-
Maybe we should roll on it.
I just slipped it
He
into
is
your pocket.
hungover.
So if you felt it, good on you.
There's a lot of how did you just like slide it in there, or did you just like did you actually take stock of what is all in coat pockets and everything there?
No, I just kind of slipped something into your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There were knives, by the way. Those pockets were full of
It's-
knives.
All assortment of things. Just things that yeah, just a lot of things.
Like, I
In
wasn't
fact,
going to take
you
anything
you
out.
notice that Maverick is still nursing this hangover, and as he finally finishes this drink, he uses the glass, and you can just see that he's just like, oh god, he's like still hungover, and he seems to be searching through his coat, and after like just really looking for stuff, he has produced an egg, a little bottle of hot sauce, and what looks to be a really old stained salt packet, and then he proceeds to crack the egg, kind of like swish the yolk back and forth between. It is a raw egg. We have no idea how long it's been in his coat. And he swishes it back and forth between the shells, gets it into the shot glass, puts some hot sauce on it and some like salt from the packet. I think it's like some sort of packet from some sort of restaurant, and it asserts that it's genuine alkali salt, but we all know that it's not. It's absolutely not. And it's like alkalized in quotes. And he puts those all together and shoots the thing like some sort of like hokey hangover remedy.
Does it work?
I don't know. I think Maverick thinks it's totally working.
Gonna placebo your way to sobriety.
So, but absolutely, Vidra, you have a listening device. You guys can hear what's going on. Well, at least Vidra can hear everything that's happening on the other side of it.
I do that thing where I like share the earbud with Arthur. He has
Right.
to lean
And
down.
I'm just like,
so
leaning
far.
way down. Yeah. I'm probably sitting and you're standing.
You're sitting on
I'm
the
sitting on the floor. Yeah, exactly.
There's pillows everywhere
Yeah.
and carpets.
So
So-
we were talking about who's really in charge. I mean, everybody thinks they're not in charge, but who's vanguarding, who's protecting, who's already got it handled.
Like, well, firstly, Neferkar's in a tizzy. Like, as like you obviously know, the Oasis has gone missing. The Order's trying very hard to keep this under wraps, but it's hard to keep the fact that a giant lake of magical truth and future sight is missing. Also, there was the sight of the teal moon the other night. I'm sure we all saw it. It's like, A, why is the moon teal? B, why is the moon so bright lately? Then, of course,
My theory is that it's haunted. I think the moon's haunted.
the moon appears to be haunted. A lot of people say the sands are haunted lately, and I don't like that. I stand on these things. Quick note for the rest of the crew. During one of the games, we figured out that each grain of sand has a tiny portion of a living soul slash spirit slash essence. Like every piece of sand is not only part of somebody's blood and bone, but there's a tiny bit of somebody's soul in that never made it to the afterlife. this place is just spits in the eye of Sonnery. It's just like, so. But yeah, Sand's a lovely place to live, as long as you don't think too much about how we got here. It's like America. And like, okay, so you know
Getting less
Neferka.
lovely every day.
Like Neferka, ruled by Zauset Marishet of that city. She's like very secretive, very much in their own power. I have it on good authority that if the Order does not keep up with their foretelling of the future, that the city will fall, and will fall easily. Marzaban is preparing for that. Second-handedly, of course. I have no proof. This is just things that I've heard. I've heard Marzaban is preparing to raid Neferka. I have heard that the people are coming to collect the Tears of Fate from the Oasis. Like, spread all across the desert. Less about having to find it where and knowing where it's coming, but numbers over accuracy, you understand. If they cover the desert with people, they will find it. There are groups from
There's a bunch of junk all over this desert, and who really cares? Who cares?
Some people seem to care about that. Well,
Sorry,
you didn't sign the
some people
contract.
like to go antiquing and look at vintage postcards, and more power to them. That's all I'm saying.
It seems ridiculous. It seems silly. Who wants that old stuff? It's worthless.
I'm moving forward. I'm here for the new. I'm here for cutting edge.
Like, he looks back and forth. It's just like, and speaking of something new, he slides out from underneath one of the pillows a small packet of, it is incredibly fine powder. It is dark green.
That's funny. I was just about to ask you about this.
Oh, so you've heard the rumors too. Something old and something new. They say it's pixie
I
dust.
figured about a thing or two.
They say it's authentic. There's a group to the south that's been making this.
Yeah, what are their names?
Oh. They've got a name, something food related, I believe. He's, you immediately know he's trying to hold information back. He is telling the truth, though.
Peter kind of elbows
Okay.
Arthur in the side. Gives a significant look.
Noted.
And this is the real deal, right here. You're not bullshitting me.
It's the real thing. That's what they say. Say that this is the pixie dust of legend. I don't know how they started making it again, but here we are. It's like, here, they gave me this as a sample. Why don't you take it?
Oh, he's already pocketed it. Or no, actually, can we, Maverick has, already attempted to sleight of hand it. I want to see whether or not he has successfully stole it and then gone, what sample? Or what are you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. What? Maverick's tags.
It's probably Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue will handle it just fine. Oh shit, you have the next level of manipulator, although we have not named it yet.
Oh.
So you
this
can
might
use...
be manipulative.
Yeah, you could use them both. You can use Manipulator twice on one tag because you have the next level up of it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Got it. So that. How many dice does that put me at?
If you wanted to, you could roll 4.
It seems like so many just for this, but let's just use manipulator twice because it's funny.
Yeah, give me 3 dice. 11 made the next level up of success because of the got it in one. Like, yeah, you tuck it right into up your sleeve. You see Denzel
And he's
looking
like,
around.
I'll hand you this sample, and he's just like, you haven't. What sample?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Like reaches under the pillow, pulls out. He's like, oh, I thought I had 4 of these. Pulls out another one. Sample. If you are interested. Like slides it over to you.
Yeah, I'll take custody of this one for you.
Be careful with that.
I
I hear it's
have
addictive.
2 baggies of it.
You do have 2 baggies of what is colloquially known as pixie dust. It's just like, don't let certain people see that with you. I got a visitor not too long ago. It's like, doesn't like us having them. She, like, do you know about the alchemists?
Might have heard about them.
Peter just kind of jumps up and down very, very quietly, like with her hand over her mouth.
I tell you, everybody in this crew's got their panties in a twist about something. It's like, you think like they killed their best friend or something like that. Like, geez.
A lot of people are afraid of them, and I share their fear. It's just like, they're gross people. Lots of veiled threats. Lots of hard to remember conversations that I don't trust. They have a member here in the town, like in Node right now.
And they open up a lot of little doorways, but luckily I'm one of the best people to call if you want that stitched up really pretty. I took a whole night course. Probably the best person I know.
Oh, guys, do you have, like, I will add that to my list of things I know about you. You say you're the best in the Echo?
Yeah, the best. And like ask anybody, that big rock guy, the creepy vampire. They all agree.
Of course. Best? So if, say, I find... What if I knew where one of these tears in reality was? Could you take care of it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. That's why they call us Stitch Lock. Lockstitch.
That would
Cash
explain
puts
why
his
they
hand in his
call you
hands.
that.
What did Cass
Alright.
say?
I said Cash just puts his head in his hands. After hearing that.
I go over and kind of console you a little bit.
It's like, okay, alright. Maybe you can take care of the secondary job for me right here. What if we not change up this paperwork we've got here? What if instead of taking care of those sharply dressed men, I simply have you do what you do best? There's a gateway into the node. From where? I don't know. But I don't like having it here. It's really hampering my export business, if you know what I mean. Snake wink.
Take care of one or the other, and if
One
we
or
get
the
both,
other, of
I
course,
get
of
to wet
course.
my whistle a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, there's something about your whistle down here. Like, low guarded.
Are you coming on to me? Because that is highly inappropriate. I am
it's
an officer.
very
I'm a
inappropriate
diplomat.
when we're in the middle of
It
this kind of a
is a
conversation,
crime to bribe me,
I thought we would.
or with whether it's with goods services or in this case sexual services, and I can bring you in.
I would never make unwanted advances. Snake wink.
So weird
Yeah,
how this guy just keeps saying snake wink.
keep trying your luck, buddy. You know, I'm very flattered, but no.
Snake wink.
You know, you keep saying these things. It's like the same blink that you. Yeah, snake.
Okay. All right. So here's what I need. It's like, if you can get rid of these sharp-dressed men, excellent. If you can get rid of this bureaucratic portal into this lovely city that is clearly stepping on my export business, and also allowing these alchemists access in and out of the node disgustingly. What do they have to do here? They have nothing to do here. It's like, if you can close this, I could give you any information that you're after. It's like, including, and they reach underneath another pillow and pull out a glowing bottle of, this is Tears of Fate. Like, we know what this is. It is a thick liquid. It is always glowing, the way that like Amon, Nyx, and other fortune tellers' eyes have been glowing the way that they do. Illuminated, I guess. It's just like, I know who's selling this. Like, waves the bottle.
Okay.
I keep half expecting, like, the rest of the crew to just, because they're listening in, to just poke their head through the smoke.
Oh,
I think
No,
we all
I'm-
assume that it's solid.
I was about to say, I thought we kind of.
We're I'm maintaining distance here. I don't want our snake friend. I want him to keep talking.
Vidra does whisper
All right,
something
so we
along the
take care of
lines.
this for you, and yeah, we can do that.
Like whispers something along the lines of, "Well, the guy keeps saying that he's winking, but doesn't say what he's showing Maverick." This is such a confusing thing to follow.
Snake wink. All right. So here, like, they give you a map of the town. It's just like, you're the best at this. The portal. I've seen it with my own two snake eyes. It is in this tent. They point out a tent that is quite a distance into the node. It just like, it's guarded by, well, unsuspecting looking guards, one might say, but they are not to be trifled with. Do you have any aversion to Null? Of course not. You're from Dactylor. If you go in there alone, you'll be safe. Worry and be careful with anybody to.
Yeah, I'm not even magic, so not
Right.
a problem.
Of course not. Dactylor, like us from Folksong, we're terrified of that tent. Like, it burns to be close. So
Sounds
as
like a
long as you
personal
don't bring
problem.
any silver related things, silver lined fur, perhaps don't just raw step into it dangerously. They have null weave carpets as well as null weave tent fabrics. Be careful.
All right, got it.
The apple box.
Well, excellent. Glad we had this talk. Like, it's been nice catching up
Yeah,
with
no,
you.
I think our business is done here, and you have a good one.
Snake handshake with the tail.
Like slight discomfort remembering that he feels like the snake came onto him.
Oh yes, the snake definitely came up onto you. Snake wings for
Crazy.
everyone. Oh god. The snake did not, in fact, come on you.
Just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know enough about snake reproduction to like tell you how it went down.
So you're saying it did went down?
Anyway, we are concluded in our business.
Something. Up rather than down, but whatever.
Something. We sure do play a game here.
Sure do. Spent 40
So-
minutes in that tent.
Woo.
Spent like an
Alright.
hour and 20 minutes in that tent.
All right. So, I guess now that we're out, I guess we have ourselves a couple
Talk to that guy
choices.
some more if we want to. I'm fine with it. If you guys have more questions. Denzel, the snake man that did
I
not
really
have a
hope
name
you
at the
don't
start
have
of the
any other
game.
amazing set pieces or anything like that, because we're not gonna get to them.
Yeah.
we're just all snake wings tonight.
All snake wings.
Snake wings all around. All right.
So Denzel, tell me about your relationship with your mother.
Okay. Oh my god,
Oh,
why are we back in this
I
tent?
can't.
No.
Don't even get me
let's go that
started.
way. Let's go.
I was the youngest of a
Right, cut
12-fold
back to
clutch.
outside, just
Where
cut
are
back to
you
outside.
going?
No. Now we just start pushing. We start pushing Arthur
I
out.
wasn't loved.
No.
All right, so we've got a couple choices for where to go. We can go after the all folks, or we go for the cottage folks, or we go for sharp dressed men. What do we want to do?
I mean, selfishly, I'd like to get rid of the sharp dressed men. They are a stain upon your legacy, Arthur.
I mean, yeah, I fully divested from the very beginning, like even when they were legit. But yeah, I do feel some semblance of responsibility for them. So,
I mean, they kind of just stole your idea.
I mean, no, not really. Krieg stole it, and then they took it from Krieg. So, yeah, I also have a suspicion that trying to get I have a feeling these alchemists are going to be probably the most. It'll do the most good to get them out of the way, and they probably know more than anybody else. So let's I vote alchemists. What do you guys think?
We could take care of that because I'm on the hook for it. At some point, we should check out. You said that small area was real fishy.
Yep, it is definitely fishy.
I like fish.
I want to check out. I want to go see Marzipan about that one person, but I think I might have to shelve that for later.
So, cottagecore then?
Cottage court is.
long as you can help me find a little mushroom tchotchke, I will be fine.
I think that can be arranged.
Get your mushroom chotskis over here! Ooh woo! A Naga from the side yells.
Looks like we're in luck.
6 hours of negotiation later.
Yeah, I know. Another scene. Do you want to get the rest of the
I
game?
do not want to do a whole scene of Ooh woo Naga's trying to sell you mushroom chotskis. I'm not ready for it.
I have a hard bargain, but I got 3 of them. Who wants one?
Well, roll me 2 20-siders, Vidra, for charming. You don't have to spend a tag point for this.
How many? 2?
Yeah, roll me 2. You can roll me 3 if you want to spend a tag point.
Nah. That 15's
Yeah,
fine.
That 15 bumped up to a 20 because of Chia Squad. Okay. Roll me 2d4. It cannot be less than 3, but can be more, because you already said that you got 3, and I'm keeping that canonical. Alright, so 3 it is. You have 3 mushroom. Are they just little knickknacks? Are they little bags?
They're salt and pepper shakers.
Salt and pepper shakers.
Little ceramic salt and pepper shakers.
Awesome. Salt, pepper, and then special.
I think that Maverick gets the special one.
It's like, this isn't cocaine. Wink, wink.
Snake wink.
Snake wink. I'm so glad that we now have a way of like communicating the fact that we wink at each other. If I can't see your face. Also, don't want to derail anything, but Puppin did say that they have to be oyster mushrooms because that makes sense, and it's adorable.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going after cottage core. As you all and this is going to be way south. Somehow the cab does manage to drive on. This road is just a suggestion, not actually there, you know? This is the path that people take, but as long as it's in the red sand, it fades away like this one does. That's what it's supposed to be showing. You know, maps aren't living, so. Okay. So as you approach these tents, a couple things happen. First, it smells like a chemical fire as you approach. You start to see tents that should be set up, you know, in some kind of order, but instead they are very lackadaisically around. You see fish people coming out of these tent flaps. 5 o'clock shadows on some of them. They're wearing tank tops that some might call a spouse beater.
Ugh.
Itching their necks a lot of just like fidgety motions. And I'm trying to describe what if a tent city was also a trailer park. And it stinks here, Vidra. Because you're the only one that's like an animalistic type creature. But it smells. There's a haze of deep green smoke in the air.
That's unpleasant.
It's more like Sudafed, if I had to answer, Puppin.
Meth!
Yes, I am in fact describing magical meth.
Which is what Spokane smells like.
Yeah, it smells a lot like Spokane and or Tacoma.
Uh-huh.
Or anywhere upstate New York.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to defend Tacoma.
Or Spokane.
No, I'm just gonna keep saying whoa. And also,
How's this
whoa.
working for our localized jokes?
I mean, Medford also smells like that.
Actually, a majority of Tacoma has been super gentrified and is not like this is not the 90s and it's not when we filmed Cops on Hilltop. So
Mm.
you're with the times, dude.
I'm sorry. My podcast history of Tacoma is from like a while ago, and
What
then
are you
also
watching Cairo 5 and just like they say, oh, the cities are scary and you've never been there in 10 years and you're just like, I don't know, they told me Seattle's all bad now.
I thought Cairo was 7.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the King 5, I'm sorry. Cairo 7.
how are
I
these
used to
I'm
live
thinking
local
of
there.
King 5
news
is always
jokes
like
working for you all?
running scary pieces about how Seattle's gone to shit and like people out in Puyallup are just like, I don't go to the city anymore, I'm scared, and I'm just like, when's the last time you were in Seattle?
4
Never.
out of 5 of us are all like in the Pacific Northwest, cast down in Texas.
I'm just living here.
So
That's about all I got.
ahead of you all, as you come into the town, there's a bunch of, we'll say, worker fish that seem to be like doing some odd jobs. You see some of them like a lot of they look like butterfly nets, for lack of a better word, except for there's no net. It's like, what if you just attached a plastic bag to a net hoop? Like, those things appear around the area quite often. You see some shovels, some things that can only be described as like dowsing rods, and green smoke coming out of the tents, and then these 3 that look like they have a little bit more say in things approach you. This is peas. I'm sorry, my bad. This is peas. This is carrots. And this is Poe. As they like see you all approach, they're like, hail, Lockstitch, hail! What brings you out of the silver thimble?
We're investigating certain disappearances here, and I've got a hunch that a name that I'm going to bring up here might jog your memories about something important. What would you say if I asked you to bring me to the tailor?
Like, all 3 of them look back and she's like, I never heard of them. They lie. It's just like, oh, no. We don't know the tailor. None of us know the tailor. We wouldn't have dealt with the tailor at all. Of course not. Why would we? We wouldn't.
So much like Snake Wink, did they out loud say they lie?
Yes, they did. Canonically.
Canonically, it's just
Maverick,
like, no.
Maverick, since he's so tuned in, he kind of leans over into Arthur and he's like, "Hey, I think they're lying. I can tell these kind of things."
It's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
It's just like, of
No,
course we would.
yeah,
Like,
no, just so you know, I have an eye for this kind of stuff. It's a skill of mine.
if there was somebody with that name, of course we're not working for, like, we wouldn't work against them in any way, shape, or form. We are strictly sticking to our line of work. We made promises. Promises were made. Promises are kept.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So you just admitted that you work for them. Cool.
Working for them, not working for them. We just don't work against them.
Mm-hmm.
If we worked for anybody, but we don't. We work for ourselves.
Well, how about we dispense with How about we make this easy and you just take us to the tailor?
Like, okay, you're gonna have to talk to Beef.
Your name
All
is
right.
Beef.
Our leader's name is Beef.
Lovely.
And we used to have another member named Phoebe, but he got framed for a whole bunch of bad shit.
Framed or did a whole
Oh,
bunch
he
of
was
that?
framed. The crew actively framed him.
Oh.
He did nothing wrong, but the crew framed him for like breaking and entering, and I think a murder.
Sounds like us, to be honest.
Like, that guy's living a like terrible life. So they're like, okay, we'll get you set up with Beef. And it's just like they start walking you guys through. It's just like one of them looks over. And it's just like we're not doing anything with those people. We've learned our lessons. Stay away from them. It's just like just keep your distance. Real quick, let's just get you to the most hilarious map I've made thus far. It's just a trailer
All
with
right.
with a whole bunch of green smoke coming out the top of it. This is Beef. he's inside the trailer right now, so
Hotboxing?
I think he's probably wearing a gas mask, honestly, if I had to say. If I had to like make a judgment call on it, I don't think he's getting fucked up on his own supply.
So he's basically going to be pulling a Walter White and come out in his undies.
That is incredibly what is going to happen. But he's a fish, so I don't know how gas masks work for a fish.
I don't know how undies work for a fish either.
It's just
I
a
imagine
onesie.
it's just.
Oh,
I
sorry,
imagine
go
it's
for it.
just like a water. I was about to say. I imagine it's just like a water bowl, just like on the gills.
You also got to figure, like, how does just being a fish living in the desert work, right?
They do a little secret knock on the door, and Beef hurries out like in a rush. Undies, stained or not, leave that up to your own imagination.
Mm.
Like gas mask that covers the entire neck and gills. His wig is firmly affixed to his head. He has that glued down. He has long, luxurious locks. Sunglasses, never takes them off. Beef is just like, what? I am in the middle of a delicate experiment here, guys. We're almost there. Like, a little bit longer, and we'll get the green fairy all the way. Oh, how are you guys doing? What brings Lockstitch here? Hi.
I mean, usually I'm all for fish, but this one seems a little bit turned.
Hi, Lockstitch. Oh, what brings you all to the Sanguine Sands? It's pretty far away from home for you. You guys got the treasure hunting bug? Fish wink. Sunglasses wink. You can't tell.
So I go up to him and I am going to just pull off his gas mask and basically shove his head into the door, or at least I'm going to try to. What do I need to roll? Probably brawler.
Brawler for sure, yeah.
All right,
Well,
how
that
many?
escalated quickly.
2?
Yep, 2.
All right.
Yeah, that 13 turns into a full success. Like, his head in that. The other 3 start to pull out, like, their guns and their weapons. But, Cass, you can easily, because of the success of it, draw on them first.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
They all, like, each one of them has their hand on their gun, but each one of them also has a gun pointed at them.
Are they nearby me?
Yeah,
Or is one of them nearby me?
yeah, one of them's pretty close.
I'm just gonna put my hand like gently on their hand that's trying to go for their gun, and just go. I wouldn't.
Poe slowly like lets go of their gun. Like Beef coughing is like, "Hey, what are you doing? What? I can't be."
Just remember, make a move and your head's gonna get blown off faster than you can draw.
So, let's talk about the tailor. What do we need to do to be able to meet this person?
You pull his head back out of it, or are you leaving him in there?
I'm gonna leave him in there for just a little bit. Give him give him a good 10 seconds.
It's like we promised them not. It's like we don't have to deal with the tailor anymore. It's like we're done with them. Like, the alchemists
then-
losing their standing.
So you can tell us maybe all there is to know about this creature.
I can tell you some things. I never met the guy. This is like you're not supposed to say his name. Well, the tailor's not his name.
Yeah. We're not saying his name. We're saying his title.
Like a Bloody Mary thing? What's the point?
If you reference them, like you add him to the narrative. If you add him to the narrative, he knows where it is. Well, he knows where you are. You don't want to be part of his story.
Why?
Like head out of it finally after the 10 seconds. Actually, it sounds a lot different because you hear that like a bunch of times through his gills.
It's like whooshing.
Like the dude's got a plan. It's just like alchemists. They're weird. They're not me. Like they don't want us doing stuff. But I don't think they got enough members to stop us anymore. It's just like, I've heard rumors that the tailor and his people, like, are really upset about the goings-on in the sands. They don't have any control over it. We can set up here.
And set up with exactly what? And he pulls out, Maverick pulls out like one of the little baggies and kind of like dangles it like a little ding 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 ding, like he's just shaking it.
Yeah, it's like pharmaceuticals. We want to help. We want to help. Who doesn't want to have the best dreams of their lives?
So you call the
Yeah.
thing that you were choking on pharmaceuticals?
It wasn't pharmaceuticals yet. That's the byproduct. You don't breathe that. And like he's like, uh-oh. And his eyes get really wide. Hi. How are we doing, guys? Lockstitch, what brings you here?
What?
I think
Just
you put him in
happened.
for too long, Arthur.
Or just long enough. So, I understand.
Hi there, little guy. As he reaches down and picks up something that's not there. Oh, stop! Don't lick my face! Stop it!
I understand that you
Lockstitch?
are. Yeah.
What are you
Hey,
guys
I'm
doing here?
here to take
guy's a
care
little-
of your tailor problems.
This guy's a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, did we?
No, he's just dreaming.
Oh, did they? I didn't know. Did we put out that call? I didn't think we were ready for that. Okay, everybody. He sits down in a chair that is, I cannot stress this, it is not there, but he is still sitting in it. Like, his whole body is like a mime sitting in a chair, but it's working fine for him. He's just like, okay, now that I have you in my office, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill the tailor. She's like, enough of their organized crime is bad. Enough of their we shouldn't like coordinate. Enough of their the world needs to be chaos. I was like, I'm done with that. I want to make money. And we need a little organization for money. I don't want to fight monsters the rest of my life. So here's what we gotta do. I need you all. It's like a dream come true that Lockstitch answered this call. I need you to kill the tailor.
The first time that the guy said that they were, something about the killing of the tailor, I flipped on my my recording device just to make
That is
sure.
the worst news that Beef ever could have gotten right there. Like, you recording him say he wants to kill the tailor is single-handedly the worst thing he could have that could exist for him. But great for us. Terrible for him.
Also, Vidra, they're just gonna say gentle questioning. Guide them. Don't challenge too much. Just yes and.
They look Cass up and down. It's like, Beef's just like, you look like the type that carries good weapons. I see them. Large. Nice. Now, are there any qualms about shooting? And they're like back and forth at what to call them. A creature in the back. We have it on good authority that they will always see an assassin coming. Reaches into, like, he goes back into the trailer, like, puff of smoke hits him in the face, keeps walking into the trailer, comes back out with a manila envelope. Lockstitch, what are you doing here?
Vidra ducks so that whatever that cloud is goes above their head.
Cass quickly just puts on his bandana.
Just like hands over an envelope to Arthur. Just like, okay, here's everything that we know about the one that calls themselves and that others call the tailor. And the listed information is very little more than you two already have on the dude. And
All
then included in it is like known associates, local associates, Nora No Lock Gray, like said to have been an old time like robber of Tiamat's tithe, the carriages that went through Bone Meal and ended up in Virtuoso. She used to rob them. Went missing 5 years ago, and has recently reappeared, like, as a bureaumancer. Like, she is doing jobs for them, like as an alchemist. Sorry, not bureaumancer. She has been doing jobs for them. She was the Cottage Court's old connection, but they've cut her off. They are no longer doing business with her.
All right. So it sounds like Nora is our lead. Do we have any last known whereabouts?
Nora. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
She's supposed to be the Marziban's contact now that we broke off ties with her. She used to just come in, tell us where to distribute our pharmaceuticals. It worked out well. But as soon as we started legitimizing the business, branching it out, making it a known thing, organizing, if you will, she told us to step back. She wanted to dismantle the whole thing. But don't worry, we got secondary backers. And now we're doing our own thing.
And do you know where Nora particularly comes from? By any chance?
I would assume with the rest of the alchemists, the Folded City. That's where they seem to be based out of, right? Do you all know more about them than us? Because honestly, they just show up, give us money, and then we do our business. But lately, it's more like show up, hey, stop doing your business. Also, there's no money.
So it sounds like our next stop is the Folded City, then.
Seems like it.
All roads lead back to the alchemists in this area, it seems like. So shall we head that way?
None of you know where the Folded City is. That is actually a key component to the Folded City, is the fact that none of us, we've heard it mentioned, we have visited it in our dreams, but we don't know where it is. We have no concrete thing that tells us which side of the world it's on. I will tell you all as players, it is on side 14, I believe.
Well,
Those
we
characters-
have a hole in the middle of the node. Maybe that goes straight to it. Maybe it's straight to their base.
I mean, it's not the dumbest idea I've ever heard, so I don't have any better ones off the top of my
I
head.
have nothing but good ideas, so yeah.
Well, that seems to be the only thing that we can think of, so I say we go for it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I mean, usually death, but I mean,
Yeah.
We
That's
could
always
all
on the
die. That
yeah,
could
I mean,
happen.
we could all die of any number of random things. I mean, we could have a meteor could strike us at any moment. We could suffer fatal aneurysms or heart attacks just because a weird embolism shows up in our blood at random.
You
all
could
that
get
sort of thing
strangled by
happens.
a naga in your sleep. Could
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. Yeah, you signed a contract that basically explicitly permitted that, even.
I did not sign in a contract.
Well, you didn't.
It did not
But Mav
permit
did.
the action. It just limited the liability in the extreme events of it potentially happening.
You did kind of permit it, right? You basically said it'd be a no-fault death.
If it's accidental, he doesn't want to do that.
I mean,
He's just covering his bases. And I told you, it's because this world has gotten so litigious. If it weren't for that, he wouldn't have had to have that contract.
So you all might see that 20 on your screen right there. Do I have a token for it? Yeah, I guess I do. Arthur, you Beef is just a meteor might strike us. And then he looks up into the sky, and forming out of the clouds, out of the green smoke trailing into the sky, a giant meteor is forming as it is careening at you all. at massive speeds.
I am going to get my compatriots, and I'm going to pull them into the cab, and I'm going to use my cab driver tag to basically execute some deft vehicular maneuvers.
Are you just gonna jump in your cab and get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we know, right now the cab is a dune buggy.
Yep, that works.
Stands to reason.
Yeah.
All
right.
It's magic.
I mean,
So,
I
did you-
would not lose any sleep if the Green Fairy cooking operation were just a smoldering crater.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
fine.
losing any sleep. Yeah.
Neither am I.
Same.
All right, 2d20.
Yeah.
That fish has turned.
2d20. Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
well,
Oh, wow.
Well, guys, nice knowing you.
Okay. Okay. All right. The meteor is going to be real. The meteor is gonna hit. The meteor is gonna hurt everybody.
wait. I could do something here. I do have one way around this.
I really hope the thing that you can do here is F in chat. I'd be dying to.
Oh, well.
The reap and sow makes
Will
it a
that not work?
20 and a 1. It does work. It oh no, that's for the next roll. Sorry.
Ah, damn. Never mind then.
Like yeah, well Nika will refund you for that one. So okay.
I thought I said this roll.
Well, Maverick had a good run. Just a couple
Yeah,
episodes. It was,
good job everybody. You
Well,
you've played your
yes,
characters
yes.
amazing.
And anyways, the next time
So-
on Lockstitch RPG.
Someone should have. Well, I better start making a new character model. Someone should inform Pim that Cass has died.
Yeah, somebody should make sure that Vidra gets like the full Holt funeral treatment.
Yes, absolutely. And in Arthur's
sound-
will.
Sound of Silence played in the rain. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who gets his cab medallion? They're very competitive,
Well, and not only that, someone's got to complete the novel that I'm working on. So, like, what's
Oh, yeah,
the version of Brandon Sanderson on this planet?
Wait. Are you saying fuck, who wrote Wheel of Time? The other one, like not Brandon Sanderson, the other
Robert Jordan.
Robert Jordan.
Are you saying that Arthur is this world's Robert Jordan?
No.
No,
He's
I'm
saying
just saying that,
You
like,
say
No,
you're just
he's
saying
this
that-
world's Angela Lansbury.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
but I'm just saying that somebody's got to finish it from my notes, and he's
really
got a track record, right?
Now.
Okay.
No.
So here we
So,
are.
so on a
everybody.
scale of 0 to dead, how dead are we?
You see the crater on the map.
Okay.
That's just there now. You each
I have a question.
days. Oh, go ahead.
Really quick. If I stick my face into the dream stuff and dream something else, like it explodes in the air, will that keep us alive, even if I'm high as fuck?
You're all gonna survive. But it is a situation where. Hold on, is this the map?
I think it's a good idea. It's just a 1 has already been rolled, and we have already modified a map with a crater.
That's fair.
Yes, I'm gonna hold the I'm gonna hold
Let's honor
that
the
one
one.
over everybody.
Yeah.
Your
honor it.
thinking surrounding it, I believe, is sound, though.
So you each take 49 damage.
Oh.
I
You are
do
each
have
at-
to ask.
Go ahead.
I do have to ask one thing. With Cass's spirited palindrome and the tag of it being armor, could that technically have taken some of the brunt of the hit? Some.
I don't think like nothing protects
Nothing,
any
'cause-
amount of this one. This one is you all just get annihilated by a meteor.
Okay. I was just making sure. Okay. Just wanted to cover all the bases.
You'd be remiss if you didn't ask.
Way to go.
Is it parented to the thing?
There we go.
Oh, it was. I made it really, really small. Okay, you four. Let's play this game now. You're each at 1 HP. Somewhere in the desert. You hear ringing in your head. You are each getting flashbacks of what just happened to you. It might have been days ago. As you are in the middle of a flashback. So the last thing a lot of you remember is Arthur saying something about you might be hit by a meteor. Or was it Maverick that said that?
No, I said
No.
that.
No, it was Arthur. It was
Arthur
Arthur.
said that. And then you
I would
remember
love to take credit for this one, but I can't.
absolute abject fear in Beef's eyes at the thought of being struck by a meteor. Summon the meteor.
Ugh.
By all appearances.
So, as I understand it, I think I got a way out of here. What if we were to refine some of this blood sand and then convince ourselves that the thing that we are the most afraid of is finding ourselves safe and intact in the folded city? Like, I would be terrified if that's where I ended up with full health. That'd be the most terrifying thing in the planet.
That would be pretty terrifying.
I mean,
Also,
is
the trailer full of pharmaceuticals also, like, did it explode and release all of the pharmaceuticals in our vicinity? Just wondering.
You can go check that out. Like, you all can go try to find that location. Hey,
Well,
let
I'm
me
just wondering. I'm wondering if we are currently under the effects of. That's what I'm wondering. Is like, are we high?
I mean, you guys could be if we want to play it that way.
Because if that's the thing that's making it so that, like, things come to life, like dreams come to life.
that could be our way into the folded city, since that's the last place that we saw it. It was in our dreams. So if we just basically get ourselves so scared at the prospect of showing up there with full health, like, that's the most frightening prospect of all.
Safe and sound.
Yeah, if we arrive with full health and equipment and everything in the folded city, that would be terrifying, guys.
Okay, so here's the thing. This shit used to be all over Dactoid. It was how a lot of the time it was how the finger sort of kept everybody under control. it's not based in fear specifically. It's like, so you'd get a bunch of them. There'd be dens of it. It's the pixie dust den, or people would ask like, "Hey, do you know the Green Fairy?" And they'd take you to a den, and the dreams that you have on them are so intense, and you're not like really asleep. And you get a bunch of people using it together. They all merge. It's like some sort of collective dream. And it seems pretty harmless until they would get people in charge from the thumb. Basically, the strong-willed ones, you could just control the dreamscape. And it was like a hive mind, and the things you could summon with it were just, yeah.
Interesting.
So I know I'm normally like down to clown, but I really don't want to fuck with this stuff. Bad news.
All right. Well, that's one way off the table.
It could work. It could work. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to fuck with it though. The whole thing gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I'm open to suggestions if you've got another idea.
And like, I don't have an addictive personality. I personally, vices are really not my thing, but it is incredibly addictive.
I think Vidra just shares a knowing look. Doesn't say anything.
Okay. Obviously, this game has gone a little bit away from me, but don't worry. I think I've got a way to get it all back under control here.
We're gonna tie this up and just end up at the final set piece in one fell swoop.
I think it's.
Did you think that this is how this game was going to go when you started?
I didn't think I was
no,
gonna
I'm
talk
sorry.
as
Did you like prepare material and notes and work really hard, Alan? I'm so sorry.
If
No, you did not.
I'm not.
He's played with
I'm
me
not
enough
gonna say.
times.
That's fair, but like, I'm not gonna say that I had a little script written for Nora if we had gotten to talk to her today. Don't worry, she's in the future. Don't you worry. Like, we have laid the groundwork for Nora to show up. Today is not that day.
We've
Don't
also
worry.
obliterated the ground, with craters. We've done that kind of work.
I mean,
We're doing
around
tons
Arthur,
of
things
work.
blow up all the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying
All
to
right.
get
So
to that
trailers.
point.
Add trailers to the things that are flammable.
Boats, buildings,
It's the rule of
trailers.
cool. I mean, if something can blow up and then you can like drive a getaway cab, then why would you not blow that thing up?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're speaking my language.
docks blow up all the time.
As each of you slowly find each other throughout the sand, you are all in bad shape. It's amazing. It's incomprehensible that you all actually survived. You know what I mean? It feels like a dream that you all survived this, because you have shrapnel in you. Like, some of you have parts of the trailer sticking out of you currently. You are in rough shape. You are 1/50th of as strong as you should be.
I'm imagining that I just have like a muzzle full of red sand just stuck to anything that used to have any moisture from me at all.
Yeah, if you guys have bled, your blood isn't on you. Your blood is in the sand. Crawling back to the trailer, you guys can all get to your feet, limp back. It feels like it takes forever, but you see each other in the distance. When you make it to the trailer, which is still smoldering, you see traces of the wispy green smoke in the air. and it is wavering. Now, this wavering doesn't get Maverick. It feels similar to the alchemist doorway that you saw before, but it also just it rings of an anomaly. Like this, I'll make you guys roll for that at some point. But you see where Beef was standing, and I say was in the strongest terms. There
we
is
just see little fish
nothing.
fins.
Just maybe a couple fish scales. This man has been obliterated. It's like
Or that's what he wants you to think.
that is a line of thinking that I'm scared of, but I do want to make sure. Beef is dead. He just died. Beef is not coming back. He was murdered by this meteor. It hit him square. The only reason the rest of you survived is because it like went out of its way to hit him with the mass of it, you know?
Hmm.
I might put the meteor back on screen here too. I had a whole section about money changers here in this game, everyone. Sorry, there's a trailer on fire. It is underneath the meteor. You're all at 1 HP. And there does appear to be a rift, an anomalous rift appearing in the sky above where this trailer once was. The only remaining amount of green fairy or pixie dust that we have remaining are the 2 little packets that Maverick has.
And whatever's at the Naga's place.
And yes, in the the 2 other packets that the Naga has that Denzel has, because he had 4. He was trying to give Maverick 1. Maverick talked him out of 2, basically.
No, he absolutely only had 3. He must have just misremembered.
Alan, I hope that your final set piece here is at is at Denzel's place, because I think that's where we're going.
Just
I
spend
mean, we
the
have an
rest of the time
open
in the
rift
tent.
here.
We do have that.
Thing.
I mean, and we got 1 hit point. I mean, technically that's enough. You want to give it a shot going through the rift? Because our car's toast.
Yes. Look, it's either that or we die out here.
Yep. I think I vote rift.
I vote rift too. There might be water on that side.
Yeah, I think anything could be better than this.
Oh shit, are you guys going through the rift, not closing it? Your plan is to jump through it?
Yep.
Into the between? Okay, alright. Solid, don't worry. Alright. We don't.
Why would we stay here?
Yeah, we're basically like, this is nothing to lose here.
There's no
Right,
water
right,
here. We're gonna die in the desert.
It's die here or die in the rift. Let's go in the rift. This will be interesting.
Not okay. Setting up a map. Don't worry. Okay, all right. Let's do this. This is gonna be a nightmare. Literally, I suppose. But here we go. All right. So you see the rift coming into being. Everybody, give me All right. If you have an ability that pertains to luck
Mhm.
or anything that pertains to just things working out for you, now would be the time to use that tag.
I'm gonna use spiritualist basically to see if I can
I am.
use.
Cass is gonna use his luck. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically call upon the spirit of Angela Lansbury to guide us back to Cabot Cove.
And Cass is going to use his cheater's eye, and he's gonna use the tag on it, lucky. And he is going to hope upon that thing with the hardest hope he has ever received.
Vidra, maybe you can use your tinker ability to try and tinker with the strands of fate.
I mean, depends on how manifested they are. Like how tangible they are.
It is such a stretch, but I feel like things just kind of work out for roguish assholes. So that's all I got.
Okay. All right, here we go. So,
You love us.
I do, I truly do, and it's just gonna be a wild situation if I end up having to kill you all right now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I won't feel bad about this.
I don't.
You know, Mom.
So, I'm down with the spiritualist. I'm down with the lucky. I do not think we can tinker our way out of this one.
Yeah.
Vidra.
I don't think so either. Unless it's like manipulate a the fates or something.
Be super charming,
I'm cute.
right?
I am so charming. I'm so charming that like some deity has to intercede.
Uh-huh.
And
Now might be a good time for that reap and sow card that you were talking about there.
Alright, we're gonna.
I don't know if that would help per se.
Oh my
I
god, a
don't
reap
think
and sow would be
That's
so
basically
fucking funny.
we either have a fantastic time or we all die.
There is no
Exactly.
other option.
I mean, like that's just it, right? We're basically in for a penny, in for a pound, right?
It's for.
Oh God.
I want to touch the cards here, but I don't at the same time. I'm gonna. I think we let fate decide on this one with.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna need from everybody. If Arthur, roll me spiritualist. Cass,
2d20.
yeah, 2d20. Real quick before I give all the things for it. That's right. So we got a 14 thus far. Cass, I'm going to go ahead and roll me 2d20 with your lucky. Hold it for a second. Let me go through the rest of them real quick. Vidra, give me charming. Roll
Okay.
2d20 for charming. And Maverick, roll me charming and rogue.
Okay.
Not that
Okay.
charming.
Okay, we got that one. Cass got a 19, that's real good. Horseshoes and hand grenades up, that counts as a 20. And Maverick, if you don't mind. Absolutely, okay. So. As you all step through this tear in reality, you see with that one, I want to do something silly. I want to do something so silly, but I I need some of your I need Maverick for a game he's playing like literally next week. But what I want to do is not let any of you
Fuck
play
no.
these characters next time you play. You are all fucked.
Oh, oh.
Okay. Like the way that me and Nika are talking about it is Maverick's next game happens before this one.
Oh
Like
God.
the game that is Maverick, Talus, Namak, and Aoife happens. Aoife happens right before this one. Maybe not right before, but some amount of time before. So your next game is gonna have to be you four again.
Oh no, we went.
I am setting up a map real quick, everybody. It's taking a second, but we are gonna get it. It's fine. I can do it this way. So, passing through, you feel it. Back. This, so dumb. I need. If we were to make your nightmares out of tags, your 4 characters' nightmares, can each one of you give me a descriptive adjective that would is one part of your worst fears?
Obsolete.
Think for Arthur, it's confounded and confused. Those 2 words. Shit. Missed the brief.
I would say for Cass, it would be. Just trying to think here. I'd say angry. Actually, anger. There we go.
I think we only have one thing that's really strongly canonically established, so I'm gonna go with spectral. Spectral or supernatural, your choice.
That's right, you feel ghosts.
Isn't supernatural already a tag, so probably spectral? I don't know.
Absolutely, we'll let that rock. That's gonna rock for sure. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Here we go. God, this is the dumbest thing we've done so far.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I also like phantom, which is technically an adjective, aka like phantom menace, but it is also a noun, so that might be confusing.
As you all fly through this strange vortex, you feel incredibly high for a moment. I need you all to know that. Like the lingering effects of this dream thing, you don't know if it's a dream, Like, it feels very dreamlike that you even stepped foot in this thing. And as you're flying through, you see these giant millipede-looking creatures that are just like moving around, and they see you, and there is a moment where it's just like they wave at you, and that's fun. But then you smell the ocean air. Very specifically, you smell the Atlantic Ocean air. And that's weird.
Yes.
You find yourselves in, firstly, it feels very nice. It feels almost sonorific, if you will.
Oh.
As you're in a small town in Maine. Welcome to Cabot Cove, Maine,
Yes.
everybody. You have to
Oh my God.
unmurder-she-wrote yourselves.
Oh no.
Oh, there's old people like passing you by. Hi, how are you?
Wait.
You son of a bitch, Arthur, you did it.
Welcome to being reverse isekai.
Oh, hell yeah.
I no.
Just
Hell
if you look
yeah.
in the mirror, everyone, it's a little bit sliders. It's also a little bit quantum leap, as when you look in your mirrors to each other, you all look exactly like you do. But once you look in the mirror, you are all elderly women.
Oh.
You will be playing another
Yes!
game of Brindlewood Bay for your next game.
No. Arthur is 1,000% Angela Lansbury, please.
Oh, 1,000%.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no
hell
way
yeah.
about it. The only reason we survived is because they spiritually reached out for their Lord and Savior, Angela Lansbury. Jessica Fletcher, my bad.
Right.
Yeah,
specifically
no, Jessica Fletcher. Yeah. Yeah. What in the
What?
flying
No,
fuck?
we're all aspects of different characters that were played by Angela Lansbury.
All right, who's a teapot?
I am. That's what I was thinking. I'm Mrs. Potts.
You,
And then who's the lady from Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Yeah. Oh, what was her name?
I'm looking it up right now.
Miss Price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Caspi.
I'm gonna send you all the Brindlewood Bay book here shortly. Two of you have played this game already. I set up like money changers and people who were smelting down Null and creating weapons from them, and like some real intrigue. There was. Hey, remember that? I don't know if you guys read what I sent you when it said.
Oh, I did.
Today we're gonna
spent
focus
an hour
on
and
the
20
murder of
minutes
Joaquin.
in an alcohol den with a naga, and then got isekai to Angela Lansbury. God.
I didn't know. Cass was just dragged along for the ride. It just kind of happened.
I read it. I absolutely read it.
I did read it. I
Who
did
got-
read it.
Huh. Well, someone's gonna have to explain to Pim that Cass is not in the same world anymore.
You're in Maine. It's great. They've got mosquitoes the size of fucking hummingbirds.
That's here in Texas, so it just It
hate
just
Maine so
sounds
much.
here. Oh, it sounds horrible already. You say the Atlantic Sea, and that's all I smell here. Ugh.
And we hear tap 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 ting, and a piece of paper comes flying out of one of the windows and covers up the screen and says, "To be continued." Because I don't know if you guys are aware, I do not have a full game prepared to be played in Maine.
You didn't prepare Cottage Cove with Jessica Fletcher? What
Yeah, I
kind
know,
of a DM
right?
are you?
I
Yeah,
mean,
God, sloppy
Alan,
work.
you've been playing with me for how many years now, and you didn't have that in your back pocket ready
I
to
feel
go?
like just at all times you should have it.
I will make a note of this. This is things that I apparently, and this is where I'm lacking.
I mean, from the moment I created this character, I had this, right?
Oh Jesus
do we finally
Christ!
Oh my god.
Can
Oh
everybody
my God!
So, take a look at this here map. This is the thing that we've been laughing about forever.
Like 5 months.
For 5 months. We had Wouter add Maine to the map.
Oh my God! What?
That island wasn't there when we originally got Sonnery, because it was supposed to look more like a hand. So we didn't want to put anything in it. Because it's Foul Lake.
How did I never see that?
So
Oh my god.
we added Maine.
Yeah, no, they're like
Oh my.
the lighthouse is like right where Portland. Fuck.
So how long are we technically stuck in here for? Are we just stuck in here for a minute?
I mean, you have to solve your problem. You're in here via some alchemist bureaumancy stuff. There must be. And what mission are you trying to get to the bottom of? You have to solve the murder of Joaquin. Obviously, the answers have to be there. You're solving that murder as old ladies, though.
Yeah.
Finally.
I got
we get that.
nothing.
Go, yeah.
I got nothing.
I think I'm broken here on this one, I'm gonna be honest.
Right, finally, some closure. Exactly how we all expected to get to the bottom of it.
Like
Who killed
ladies.
Joaquin? Why? Find out next time on Murder, She Wrote. Murder They Wrote? Murder They Wrote. Murder We Wrote. Murder We Write? Murdering It Us. Me murdering. Here we go murdering again. Murder Rewrote's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
This is... Okay. About as ridiculous... Don't worry, Cass, we will use Nora in the future.
Okay.
Have a token and a wanted poster and everything
Maverick
for her.
Maverick is just gonna be the old lady version of Columbo. I'm sorry, that's all I'm doing.
That's perfect. I love it.
Can't
Love
wait. This game is gonna be so dumb.
it. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
You're saying that like this game wasn't dumb.
No, this one places. I really just wanted to put I really wanted to put a Naga on screen that wasn't an Uwu Naga, just because it's funny to me. Uwu Nagas are Nagas that always say Uwu when they talk. That's all we need to know about them. You killed a drug dealer. Well, you didn't.
Accomplished
He
something.
died.
He kind of
killed
did
himself,
that to
kind of.
himself.
Yeah.
He definitely be romantically.
No, I'm sorry, Arthur. You inceptioned him into killing himself. I'm sorry,
You
dude.
you do really do.
You did incept that guy. I also love that none of you had time to talk to the rest of the crew. It's just like, hey, this snake named Denzel is selling Tears of Fate to people. Maybe check up on him. It's like, no, we'll put that report in after the mission's done. And then it's just like,
Right.
cue the fucking intro music of Murder, She Wrote, which now I have to find.
I mean, for all we know, I dropped the recording device and somebody will pick it up.
Fucking nightmare scenario.
Hopefully
Oh
they
yeah,
don't go
like if we're
for us.
caught in this rift for like a week or two, like I feel like somebody's gonna go, "Oh, what was Arthur, Cass, Vidra, and Maverick doing?" And then like they investigate, and all there is a smoldering crater where everything's been obliterated. They're just gonna think we're dead.
And
Oh man.
and my camera with its SIM card.
See, you rolled a 1. Vija rolled a 1 upon
Mhm.
trying to get in here. I think everything is destroyed.
Yeah.
Or on you.
Well, no, I mean like I no longer have it.
Oh, oof.
It just got left.
Okay.
I imagine that
Interesting.
Cass's hat.
Can-
I imagine that Cass's hat is just left back there.
I'm just assuming that somebody else can go pick it up. And now they have the information we got. But I don't have that item anymore.
Maybe it's stored in your awesome hat.
Or I have the same capabilities of using technology that the older ladies at Joanne's use,
Oh, no.
like have when trying to like use the app to get their coupons.
Oh no.
R.I.P. Joanne's.
A crater and 4 hats. Like,
All of our hats.
Crater 4 hats. It's just like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you don't have need for hats. You're in Maine.
We don't
No,
need
like-
hats where we're going.
All right, everybody, let's talk about, I guess, tags that we want to level up. Wait, I did make the stipulation we had to complete the quest in order to get experience.
Oh, that is true.
Oh,
That is a true statement.
ouchies.
Oh, here you go now.
You guys'
The hits
experience,
keep coming.
your experience is tangent on whether or not you solve the murder while we're playing Brindlewood Bay.
Does that experience technically carry over then to the next
Yeah,
game?
we'll see. Well, but yeah, we will hold it. So that I don't want anybody to get behind. But if you do solve the murder in Brindlewood Bay, you will get your experience for this one and that one.
Okay.
Cool. I can live with that.
And with that, I think we hold on to all experience until after that game. That is how we're gonna do it.
Also, the only 20 I rolled was just to notice something. I don't think it was tag associated.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh.
roll well at all.
Yeah.
Well, it was that, and then there was like a horse. Was it horseshoes and hand grenades? Or hot
The
dog
horseshoes and hand grenades don't
Yeah,
count because
I
it's only
rolled
a natural.
I rolled an actual 20 at
Oh,
the
it's
beginning,
natural.
but I don't think it was with a tag, so I don't think that really counts.
I think that might have like I was doing charming with your natural 20. by the
Okay.
way.
I mean that's up to you if you want to make a note of it.
I have in fact made a note.
Okay.
All right, everybody. That is where today's game. So, end of the like not next Friday, but the Friday after that is the game that happens with Maverick, isn't it? So this game happens after that one. So all games up to this point, Arthur, Vidra, Cass, and Maverick have not disappeared. After that game, they vanish. If people try to find things, they can locate their hats at best, but the sand reclaims everything. That's why you can't you don't leave tracks. And also, when they uncover treasure, it gets buried almost immediately. That is what the Sanguine sand does. So, yep, that crater's gonna go away too, because so if holes don't stay in the sand. Yep, we are still technically very Sanguine sand. Like, we're still in the red sand portion of it.
Mm.
So it's going to take some really good rolls for them to find you all. But we can put together a party to go looking for you if we want. Like, one of the games can definitely be that. What happened to our crew? The
We
electric
kind of happened
boogaloo.
to ourselves.
The electric boogaloo.
Go
My
over.
bad, everybody. So, with that,
Oh my god.
Mush.
I'm surprised and not surprised at the fact that the game, of course, had many twists. Twists. Okay, those
Par
places
for
are
the
just
course
a
when
lot.
you. Par for the course when you play with us.
Truly.
Exactly.
Alright, so we have a game tomorrow, Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got Vala, Carrie, Caustic, and who's our fourth for that one? Trixie are gonna play that game. It's gonna be great, everybody. Like, this game was great. That game's gonna be great. All the games are great for here on out, and from before. Yeah, that fucking.
Fucking bye.
We didn't see any of my maps.
Mush.
Okay, all right, everybody. Bye forever.
Bye forever.
Forever,
For
everybody.
all you know, yeah,
Yay.
forever. We live in Maine.
Through tangled paths and mysteries, working side by side, we weavers chart where none to be, sailing day and night. Luminaries chase the truth through boundless wisdom keen. Through tests and trials, they'll guide the crew to sights yet to be seen. Raise the banner, let it fly. United we stand tall. Our spirit bold and our courage bright to answer echo's call. Adventure waits for nobody, so rally up the crew. Sailing towards our destiny, we know just what to do. Protecting all through strife and storm, seem guardians defend. Their mission pure, their promise sworn, steadfast till the end. Mysticians seek what lies untold, with spells of newfound lore. Lighting paths and opening gates to magic's very core. Raise the banner, let it fly. United we stand tall. Our spirit bold and our courage bright to answer echo's call. Adventure waits for nobody, so rally up the crew. Sailing towards our destiny, we know just what to do. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Raise the banner, let it fly. United we stand tall. Our spirit bold and our courage bright to answer echo's call. Adventure waits